main event now. Arthel Lawhorn, and he's got a load to handle tonight in Ray Mercer. Mercer has been getting everybody out of there, and he's been doing so in very quick fashion.
As the song says, Ray Mercer has been a singular sensation as a pro. All but 6 of his 7 knockout wins have come in the first round. How about this one against Dave Hopkins? And in his last bout, Ray wasted no time with Dino Holmesy. The 28-year-old Olympic champion forced Nevada officials to use the 3 knockdown rule. Holmesy was intimidated. Will Arthel Lawhorn last any longer? We'll see.
All right, Al, let's talk about the quiche to victory.
Well, for Mercer, don't get tied up. And what I mean by that is don't let Lawhorn get him all tangled up on the inside. The right hand, obviously, Mercer has to get there. For Lawhorn, frustrate Mercer. Do anything to get him out of his rhythm and take it past the 5th round. We really don't know how well Mercer will do in the later rounds.
As you can see, Mercer, 3 years the senior of Lawhorn, but of course far short on experience. He didn't start fighting until just 6 years ago. And the weights, Lawhorn has blown up to 239. Just over a year ago, he was 175.
It's amazing.
Let's get to Michael Buffer now, and we'll meet these 2 heavyweights. Michael?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Jacksonville, Florida, Top Rank Incorporated and the King of Bears, Budweiser presents the featured bout of the evening. So let's get ready to rumble. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. The referee for this bout is Mike Boggs. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the solid blue trunks and weighing 239 3/4 pounds from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. This professional fighter has a total of 37 professional bouts, 21 victories and 12 by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthel Bam Bam Lawhorn. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the gold trunks with black trim and weighs an even 211 pounds. He's originally from right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now fighting for the Triple Threat Gym in Essex County, New Jersey, undefeated as a professional, 8 consecutive victories, 7 by KO. He's a gold medalist in the heavyweight division of the 1988 Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacksonville's own Merciless Ray Mercer.
All right, gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room, but briefly, if either one of us should score a knockdown, I'll put you in the white corner. Don't come out early, I'll stop the count. I want everything above the waist, off the back of the head. Protect yourself at all times. Gentlemen, shake hands here. Shake hands here, come on. Shake hands.
The referee was quite insistent upon having them shake hands, wasn't he?
I'll tell you, the guy looks in better shape than anybody in the ring is Hank Johnson.
He's always in great shape.
Look at Hank. That was him with his back to you. And here's the yin to his yang. Arthel Lawhorn.
It's amazing. He was a light heavyweight last year.
Showing some good footwork there, however. Now we'll see how he does. Oh, combination by Lawhorn.
It's interesting, he decided to take it to Ray Mercer right away.
Mercer, another guy who freely admits that he really wants the work. He wants to see how he can do over a period of time.
Well, in the case of Morrison and Bowe, truthfully, neither of the guys they were in there with was good enough to give them work. They really ran into guys that were just way overmatched.
Lawhorn, as you mentioned, has been in there certainly against everybody that's anybody in the light heavyweight division. He's been in there with a few pretty good heavyweights, too.
Well, he really has. He beat James Quick Tillis over 10. Not that Tillis is a great heavyweight, but he's been in against the best. Lawhorn smiling at Mercer after getting hit with some big shots. But as a light heavyweight, he beat John Davis, an excellent light heavyweight, beat Eddie Mustafa Muhammad above the light heavyweight division. He beat Jim McDonald, who challenged for a title. And
big right hand again, and a left hand behind it. Lawhorn covers up right to the body by Mercer. Lawhorn just staying in harm's way.
And the interesting thing, you see, will be what happens if these big bombs that Ray Mercer throws don't knock Lawhorn out, and he can take him into the later rounds. Will there be any fatigue? Ray tells us he's trained to go 10, but he's never done it.
Ray Mercer, another heavy-handed puncher, and again, if you listen to his punches, they have a different sound to them than most heavyweights.
He's a strong man. I mean, he is strong. There's no taking that away from him, whatever you'd want to say about him.
Hold him on, hold him on.
We mentioned this at the beginning of the program, but he's had to carry an extra burden into this fight. This is his hometown. He grew up here. He really didn't grow up here. He spent 7 years here, but he considers this his hometown. Father was in the military, so he moved around, but he's taken this as his personal promotion, and he's felt he's had to make personal appearances and sell tickets and really get an interest going in the fight here. So he hasn't been perhaps quite as centered as he has been for most of his other fights.
And he candidly admitted to us today that that did distract him, but he doesn't feel it is now. Lawhorn has been hit with some pretty big shots here in round 1.
And he's still there. He hasn't really been shaken. Lawhorn jumped in the air for some reason.
I'll tell you what, we got to get a replay on that one if we can. That's unbelievable. I've never seen that, and he got hit as he was jumping in the air, I think.
That's the first time I've ever seen a jump ball in boxing.
That was awesome. He got the crowd wild with that, I think. And then Mercer nailed him with something big. He jumped in the air. Wow.
End of the first round.
Right hand on top. Also inside the uppercut. All right? Hook to the body, hook to the head. For another time.
What was that? Danny Terrio used to host that show, Dance Fever. Watch this. And we're going to see him jump up in the air and get hit with a left hook. Oh, that's got to make the highlight reel on every local news show in America.
Absolutely.
That's a classic. Wow. I've never seen that.
I don't know. You know, sometimes your equipment's a little tight, you know.
Well, no. No, I'm not going to respond to that, Barry.
Second round.
Oh, my gosh. Well, Ray Mercer is seeing the second round, so that's an upset in itself.
Here's our punch profile from the first round. Mercer threw 62 punches. That's a pretty good number for a heavyweight.
He hurt him.
He hit him with a big right hand. In fact, he thought he was going down. And now Lawhorn holds on.
I hope the ropes aren't loose up here. We're in trouble.
And down he goes.
Well, Ray Mercer hitting a man that has taken the best of light heavyweights, but not necessarily from the heavyweights.
And down he goes again.
There is a 3 knockdown rule if it plays into effect here.
That's all. I think it's well stopped.
Absolutely.
Well, Ray Mercer is taking what's given to him and doing the job.
Well, Arthel Lawhorn not too thrilled about the referee manhandling him. Ray Mercer comes over to congratulate him after Lawhorn was looking to be talked to him earlier. But anyway, for that man, Ray Mercer, let's put this in perspective now. James Quick Tillis went 10 with Arthel Lawhorn, and Lawhorn beat him. Alex Stewart went 4 rounds with Lawhorn, and the fight was stopped. And now here is Mercer knocking him out easily in the second.
He really did. In fact, the right hand, huge weapon for him. We use the term heavy-handed. I don't think we throw that term around a lot about fighters, but here's a man who is exactly that. It's been a night, we talk about the fact it's been a night of the heavyweights. We haven't seen a lot of punches landed. We have seen a lot of knockouts.
Well, in Mercer, Bowe, and Morrison all scoring knockouts, there was a total of 63 punches connected by them all. So they made their punches count.
21 punches apiece. Ray Mercer in impressive fashion. Let's take another look at the first knockout, Al. Knockdown, I should say.
Yeah, here will be where he nails him. I think the left hook's going to really do the damage. That one on the top of the head hurt him, I think, and there's the right hand. Well, Ray Mercer has as powerful a right hand as you would like to see as we look on in amusement there.
Yes, that's right.
Or bemusement. This is the Ray Mercer we're seeing here is just a destroyer. You know, he's getting more skilled. We may not see the evidence of it until 2 or 3 fights down the road. Somebody that does go 6 or 7 rounds with him. But what we're seeing here is just raw power. And it's powerful. I mean, I think that Ray Mercer hits as hard as any heavyweight you're going to see.
I agree with you.
Although there's a guy at the top of the heap that might hit a little hard.
Not bad, but he does hit hard. And again, at the risk of overusing the phrase, he is heavy-handed. And the guys that I remember being heavy-handed are George Foreman in his prime, certainly Mike Tyson. I wouldn't even put Holmes or Ali into the heavy-handed category.
Ernie Shavers types.
Ernie Shavers, absolutely. That's right. Let's go to Michael Buffer, get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Boggs steps in at 1 minute and 5 seconds of the second round to stop this bout. The winner by TKO victory, following in the tradition of such great Jacksonville natives as Storm Davis, Vince